back to Questioning Sense with me, Matt. Okay, so we're just fresh back from a little holiday. Been to France to stay with my family over there. Had a wonderful time. And when I came back, I was excited to find a sample of Zoologist's new release, Squid, had arrived. So thank you very much for that, Sharon. Zoologist have recently released this. I'm not sure if it's on general sale as yet, but probably by the time the video goes out, it will be on general sale, so you can all go and sample it. It's, as I say, very recent release. The nose behind it was Celine Barrel. Again, a perfumer that I don't really know too much about. Certainly will be interested in finding out more about her though on the basis of this. So as per usual with zoologists, they've picked an animal to make a fragrance around, and that will be the habitat, the environment that the creature lives in. So obviously when you're talking about squid, they tend to live in the sea. So that kind of sort of paints a strange picture. Is it going to be a real aquatic? Is it going to be fishy? You know, how's it going to smell? So it was with some trepidation that I went to try. I mean, I'm excited because it's a new release from Zoologist, so that's always going to be exciting. I'm not a massive fan of aquatics, to be honest with you. I know some people absolutely love them, but for me, I just think there's more sort of there's more interesting genres of fragrance out there rather than aquatics. I'm not that overly impressed with them, generally speaking. This one has a blue liquid. You can't really see it that well in the sample. And that kind of also worried me, as my favourite release of the year that I've found so far was Otto Perezi's Megamara, which is another fragrance that has blue liquid that is kind of linked to the sea. So I was hoping that they're not going to smell alike, and thankfully they don't. They really are nothing alike at all. So that was a relief for me. So what does zoologists say about squid? Well, they say squid sings a song of the sea, a melancholy tale told through tangy brine, crisp incense and sweet cloudy ink, all united by the moody aroma of ambergris. Like the endless depth that inspired it, this elegant scent ripples with mystery. And it does exactly that. Let's have another little spray. Now, I am wearing it and I wore it yesterday, so I'm just basically topping up. This is nothing like what I thought it was going to be like. I really, really could not, I couldn't have been more wrong with it, put it that way. And it smells amazing, which is, you know, great. Right, so let's have a look at the notes. At the top we have pink pepper, we have solar salicite, we have incense, and then at the heart we have black inca cord, a salty accord, a popanax, and then at the base we have ambergris, benzoin and musk. Now, this is quite a fascinating fragrance. It really is nothing at all like as I've already said, it's yeah. The opening is all about the pepper. You get this kind of real sharp blast of the pink pepper, but it's not in a spicy way. It's not overly hot, or it's in no way sort of gourmandish or anything like that. It's just, you have pepper and you have incense. And this salicite, which I had to look up because I'm not really familiar with it. Some people reckon it can give off a slightly frangipani-esque sort of vibe to it, and I kind of get that, because for a couple of seconds there I was kind of reminded almost of Tom Ford's F Fabulous. It doesn't smell anything like F Fabulous, but there's a slight accord there, there's a slight note that reminded me of it straight away. Then the incense comes in and it takes it off in a completely different direction. And the incense, it's not overly churchy, it's not something that you would think of like a spicier sort of fragrance, or something from India or something like that. It doesn't. The incense is there. There's a strong hint of clove comes through as well, and the clove and the pepper, and then this salicite stuff seems to knit together quite a warm smell. And I was expecting this to be quite a cold sort of aquatic, and it's really, really not. There's a saltiness there that does give a slight impression of the sea, but it's not dominant. The salty accord is quite prominent all the way through. The ambergris comes in towards, after sort of about half an hour, the ambergris starts to really make its presence felt. And that is quite important to this tale as well. When I was sort of researching it, I suddenly realised, obviously ambergris, it comes from the sperm whale. Or traditionally it's been an ingredient that's come from the sperm whale. And what does a sperm whale eat? It eats squid. So it's
Ta-da!
The reference to a melancholy tale kind of makes sense because, you know, we have a fragrance that's, you know, devoted to an animal, yet the strongest ingredient in the fragrance is from an animal that eats the animal. So yeah, a nice one there. The solar salicylate gives this frangipane-esque feel to it. The opoponax gives that balsamic resinous feel to this fragrance. Benzoin obviously is quite often used in incense anyway, so that helps with that whole incensey vibe. So what you actually get is you get a very long, I mean, it's an extract de parfum, so the performance is excellent. It is quite loud to start off with. It projects pretty well, a good 2 hours of really, really decent projection, and then it sits back. Not actually a skin scent, slightly above the skin, but it just works very, very well. It's not in any way, shape or form a challenging wear. Zoologist, you know, for me, when I think Zoologist, the first thing that comes to mind is T-Rex, you know, which is sort of a powerful, big hitting fragrance. This, not so much. This is, like the other Zoologists, this is very well blended. It's an absolute pleasure to wear. It's not, it doesn't dominate the room like some of the fragrances that Zoologists have made. This can be worn absolutely anywhere, and I think it's all situation, all season appropriate. It's completely, it's not masculine, it's not feminine. It's just a clever, clever scent. It's also one that I think you need to spend time with. Yesterday when I wore it, because again, I wasn't sure what to expect. It took me a little while to get my head around it. And then waking up this morning and then applying it again, really looking forward to wearing it again. And I think this is going to be an absolute grower on me. I have to be honest, when I first sprayed it, it didn't blow me away. I was intrigued and I enjoyed it, but I wasn't, oh, I must wear this again. I can't wait to smell it again. On a second wearing, yeah, I want this. I really do want this. I want this in my life. It's a glorious, glorious scent. Clever stuff, again, as you would expect. Haven't got a bottle of it, so I can't really do much about the presentation. We'll get some photos up so you can see it. But I think the more you wear this, the more passionate about it you're going to be. Completely, as I say, completely wearable in any environment. It's not challenging at all. If you're looking for something that's a slightly spicy, slightly salty, warm fragrance, this could well be it. It's not, the saltiness stops it from being overly sweet. I think there are some notes in there that could lend it to be sweet. The black ink accord, I don't really at this stage understand, to be honest, because I'm assuming that this is going to be various notes that have been married together to make an inky accord. It doesn't smell like ink at all. There's nothing fishy about it or anything like that. This is a kind of a very modern, sophisticated fragrance. As I say, not challenging in any way, shape or form. Great backstory. Lovely use of ambergris. Ambergris can sometimes become a little too dominant. Not in this at all. It's all balanced perfectly. Every note gets its moment to shine. Beautiful stuff. Really, really enjoying wearing this. And when my little sample runs out, I think I'm going to have to take the plunge and get a bottle. So listen, it's out now, so try and get some samples or get into store so you can try it, because this is a really, really interesting fragrance, and I think one that you're going to enjoy. If you're looking for a bright summer aquatic, it's not this. You can look elsewhere, because this is not, it does have a hint of the sea from the ambergris, and the salt there does give a sort of a sea-like impression. But for me to use the word aquatic, I'm sending you down the wrong path, effectively. So yeah, there's other things out there for that, if that's what you're looking for. This is, as I say, all year, any weather, any season, any sex can wear it. Really, really good stuff. Try and sample it, please. Don't blind buy anything from by a Zoologist. That's just asking for trouble, because they are going to be, you know, as I've often said, they're polarising. Not everyone's going to love them, but I personally think this is an amazing fragrance, and one that I really hope that you get to try. So if you do, let us know and see what you think, or tell us what you think, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video. So many thanks. Take care. Bye.